That has been sort of a very large discussion point while I'm out here on the streets, is people say, well, but it's legal, so why can't we have it? They're conflicted by how something can be legal, yet we can't actually access it in the community. We have something that's legal, but now people still have to turn to a black market. Some of the challenges that we're facing here in British Columbia, the Germain report recently talking about money laundering. We just looked into $7 billion that was flooded into exotic cars and into the housing market. So it's not that we don't have enough reasons to look to try to go down another path. I mean, we're all being very, very deeply affected and impacted on by the lack of action in terms of controlling the profits that are being dragged out by organized crime. We've taken this view of, what we're going to do is we're going to try to stop people from using it, some sort of strange form of interdiction, when really the big struggle is this other variable. We need to examine that. It's the policies. I can look at, okay, there's the user, there is the substance, but behind it, there's this mitigating variable, and it are the policies. They failed miserably. Courts have examined them at a federal level and have come to understand they lack all integrity and really ought to be torn down. That is what led to cannabis going through the process that it did. It wasn't that all of a sudden the federal government or others said, oh yeah, to heck with it, let's just open the doors. These were very significant court challenges that made their way into the Supreme Court and were measured against sort of social needs, what were the implications, and it was found that no, that these lacked the integrity that we would need in any social policy. It was bringing more harm than good. We'd kind of tipped over the scale, and in some pursuit of a higher morality, we had actually become quite immoral in doing this. You can look now at the thousands of fentanyl deaths that are going on. It's all part of the same fabric. Cannabis is the tip of that, but it's all the same. We've marginalized people. We've left them to become the fodder, I guess, of gangs and gang life. And that's something that each of us, I think, as Canadians, and myself as an adult, as an elder, maybe even in the community, I take a certain accountability for that. So I may not be involved in any of those lifestyles, but I see how harmful they are. And as an elder in my community, I feel it's imperative that I use my voice. This is where I look at our elected leaders here. It's imperative as leaders that they begin to use their voices to help the community understand that this is the better way in which to move, not to turn it over. We're finding so many of these. Oh, sorry, brother. But we have a community here that really could grab onto this and make some substantial improvements to the overall quality of their community. And that's what I would like to see.